To the Jack Myers Think Tank, I share what's on my mind and invite you to think with me. This week I'm thinking about belief and disbelief. What happens when facts and truth are not believed and when logic and common sense are discarded? How do we navigate through a human minefield of mistrust that stands between hope and fear, between knowledge and fantasy, between real and unreal? Believe it or not, I'm not referring to politics. I'm talking about the unbelievable yet very real runaway state of the stock market and valuations for new market entries. An analysis by Chuck Collins at the Institute for Policy Studies, reported by Statista, found that 650 American billionaires have seen their wealth grow by $1 trillion since the beginning of the pandemic, while nearly 7 million Americans aren't sure how they'll pay for their next meal. These 650 billionaires have twice the money as the bottom 50% of American households combined, approximately 160 million people. Since March, 47 new billionaires have been created and only 11 have died or dropped below the 1 billion mark in wealth. Jeff Bezos grew his fortune by 70 billion. Tesla and SpaceX CEO Elon Musk increased his wealth by more than 100 billion. Media talking heads on both ends of the political spectrum spend too much time telling us what to believe or disbelieve. They feed the appetite of a population eager to take flights of sci-fi fantasy into far-fetched conspiracy theories. When people have nothing real to give them hope, when the realities they face become too unbelievable, where else to turn except to a comic book world filled with superheroes and supervillains where they root for the villains? We need President Biden to be a superhero who conquers COVID-19. Once that mission is completed, and it will be, there's no greater priority than radically confronting and attacking the economic and racial disparity of our citizens. Yes, there's many issues for the Biden administration to deal with, and it may make him a supervillain to the uber wealthy. But a runaway economy that benefits only the richest in society is destroying the fabric of that society, uprooting our democratic foundation, and it's at the core of all other evils. I've written extensively comparing 2020 to the 1918 pandemic, which threw the U.S. and global economy into a tailspin until early 1922, when the booming 20s created hundreds of millionaires and the age of Great Gatsby. Yet, by 1926, the number of people with enough income to file a tax return was cut in half. And in 1928-29, a depression hit with a force that makes the recession of 2008 and 2009 pale by comparison. With a new beginning in 2021, let's not just look forward. Let's look back to the 1920s and understand our single most important priority is to avoid another depression. And that means radically upending the economic disparity that's at the root of our nation's and the world's greatest problems. The role of media is to break away from feeding us what we should or should not believe. Show us human stories, help us relate, bring us together around common beliefs and common disbelief, and help us realize that we hold the keys to a better future, not our politicians and certainly not Wall Street. I wish you all a healthy and peaceful holiday season and a positive future that we can all believe in. Listen to my 3-minute Jack Myers Think Tank podcasts at jackmyersthinktank.com and all podcast platforms.